Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gianluca Masi speaking from the Virtual Telescope project, and I'm really trying to show you this small asteroid approaching us in this very moment. The sky is cloudy at the observatory, but for now we see some stars, and here we have an hint of the asteroid. This is a truly extremely difficult observation because the object is pretty low, very low actually, on our horizon in Italy, central Italy, where the telescope is placed, and that very faint dot of light is actually the asteroid. Here it is, my friends. Here it is, our tiny asteroid. I'm very happy that I could switch on this live feed. I apologize for the sudden, the unusual start. I jumped into the event without notice, but as I told you, I just saw a break in the cloud, and while this object is moving very fast to the south, going to disappear soon from Italy, I decided to share this with you, and this is why I started this in such a fast and unusual way. This small dot of light should be the asteroid, I believe. Let's wait for a new image coming, hoping that the clouds will not cover this region of the sky, because we have a lot of clouds around, and I was going to announce that the event was actually cancelled, but likely enough, here it is, my friends. So happy that we are observing once again live such a very close approach, extremely close approacher, because this one is coming basically at 1/4 of the lunar distance. Again, let me say this boldly clear, this is a truly, absolutely safe close approach. And this object here is the Asteroid 2020 RD4, which is relatively small. This is a car size basically, so not that huge, but amazing that we can see this. And the Virtual Telescope project is doing this in this very moment. I'm happy that at least we could observe it. Let me try to take a few more images. And this is now approaching, as I told you, at the nominal distance of about 1/4 of the lunar distance. An amazing 100,000 kilometers. Again, this is a extremely close but safe encounter by this small asteroid 2020 RD4, and the size is somewhere between 3 and 6.5 meters. This is of a car, the size of a car, and this small dot of light here is the asteroid. This is very low above the horizon, just 15 degrees above the southern horizon, and in Italy where the telescope is. And I find this image pretty amazing because I really was worried, because it is very low, it is faint, and mainly because there were clouds in that direction, and I'm very happy that at least we could have a glance. Now a new image is coming. Let's see if the object is still there. Here it is, of course. I can tell that observing objects so low, less than 17, 17, here it is, less than 17 degrees high. It's truly a demanding task, and just because we have such a precious asteroid to share, we decided to slew the telescope so low above our horizon. Otherwise, there are no benefits unless something exceptional. But when you look so low, you are actually sinking in the atmosphere, and you are really losing a lot of important observations. Of course, we have lost the target because the object is now crossing the meridian. Let me see if I can take it again, asking the telescope to move on the other side of the meridian. let's try. But at least we could observe, and I was happy we could do this together. Now I'm moving the telescope to another object in the west side of the sky, and then I will ask our telescope again to slew to our object, my friends. It will take some time, but again the virtual telescope project succeeded bringing to you this extremely close approacher, Asteroid 2020 RD4, and this very small fingerprint of light here is actually the asteroid, my friends. Amazing that all this is happening live. Of course, this event was announced at the very last time for obvious reason, because this object was announced hours ago, and as soon as I spotted it, I asked, I placed this object in our list of public events, and we started this. This is why we are just a few of people looking at this right now, because this was basically not advertised as a live feed, my friends. Let me see if we have starts or not here, just to understand if we still have something. If we see the stars, I will ask the telescope to track again. No stars at all, my friends. So we have been honestly very lucky for a while to spy the object. And you can see here we have really no stars now, because of course now clouds are back. But at least we could record and we could see for a few minutes the Asteroid 2020 DR4 we announced. I'm waiting for a few more minutes just to see if something will open. If we will see some stars here, it will mean that clouds opened, but I don't see any obvious evidence for that. But at least we could observe, we could see an hint earlier. This is live, as I told you, and of course the live option includes clouds when they are around up there, and this is the case. It was the case earlier, and in fact this event was originally scheduled at 9 p.m. my local time, but I delayed it for about 30 minutes. But I decided to start at some point. Look here, this is a truly bright star now. So the layer of clouds is hopefully opening. But now back, just to give you an idea that we are doing all this in real time, my friends. I will ask the telescope to take 30 seconds images, just in case we will have a few tenths of seconds of relatively clear sky. We should be able to grab the object. I will keep this live opened for 5-10 minutes more, just to be sure that we exploited every opportunity, every chance. But as of now, you can see there are clouds, because you see some star trails here, because the asteroid is moving pretty fast across the stars and the telescope is tracking it. So the asteroid, as you saw earlier, will be visible like a dot of light, while the stars left alone are trailing, and this is clear evidence of fast motion, and also this is clear evidence that it is cloudy, because otherwise we would see these trails everywhere. We are just seeing the brightest stars able to, with their light, to go through the cloudy coverage, which is you can see image after image. You can easily see that now you see nothing at all. This is a quite desperate situation, I mean. Unfortunately, this is something we can just accept. We can do nothing when clouds are, when it's cloudy. We go to sleep as everyone at night. Unfortunately, nothing. I will wait for a couple of minutes more, because I really don't want to risk to have my telescope flooded. It can start raining any moment now. But still hoping to have a glimpse of this asteroid, as we did earlier. So if you joined it just now, be sure to check the beginning of this live to see the asteroid. Nothing, I see. Otherwise, you can see here there is a star trail, very long, but unfortunately, while it is not very thick, the cloud layer is still there. So this bright star is able to partially win, so we can see its light through the clouds, but the asteroid should be somewhere in this region. It's much more fainter, and unfortunately its light is not winning against the cloud layer. But you never know what will happen in the next image. Now you can see some new trails, hopefully fainter. It will mean that the asteroid, the clouds are less invasive now, but I don't see any obvious hint of the asteroid. I see a dot here, but not sure it could be the asteroid. We will need a much clearer image. Let's see what will happen now. Not sure. I will ask the system to take 1 minute exposure. This is my last attempt collecting light for 1 minute. Meantime, I was checking if this could be the object. This one not sure, because it is a very poor signal. And let's hope that the 1 minute long exposure I'm taking right now will bring us enough signal to see something, because this is basically the last image before I close this quick unexpected live feed, which was partially lucky at the beginning when we spotted the Asteroid 2020 RD4 coming at about extremely close to us at about 100,000 kilometers, which is extremely close but still extremely very safe. Let's see what will happen. Well, nothing clear here to see if this is the asteroid or not. Unfortunately, we don't have enough transparency, and Murphy could be against us, and the faint object could be even on the star trail, so impossible for us to see at this level. Here we have some very faint hint here, which could be something, by the way, if perhaps we saw it earlier too, perhaps this, but I'm not sure, because unfortunately the sky is far from being perfect. But I'm confident that we could see something before closing the live feed. And you see that I want to see it because I said that was the last image, but we are still up and running. And let's see if the next image will confirm or not. I see that the other image arrived, but it is even worse, because we see nothing now. This is the last image. Very poor star trails, while the previous image, at least, we had something, and perhaps this one very faint dot here was the asteroid. Let's wait these 20 seconds plus reading out time and see if we will see something or not. But this one is really going to be the last image. This could be the asteroid, this could be the asteroid, I don't know, at this level of signal. You need light to firmly conclude about something, my friends. Nothing. Still clouds. Please keep in mind what is happening here. We are looking through the clouds, okay? So the brightest stars can be barely visible, and these trails belong to them. Trails because the telescope is tracking the asteroid, which is moving very fast now. So if you track something moving across the stars on the background will show as long trails. The asteroid should be somewhere here, but it is faint, and its light is not enough to reach us through the clouds. Basically, this is what is happening. I can only hope that one of these very final images I'm collecting now will show the object, at least in a convincing fashion. Let's hope, let's see. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't see anything convincing me here. And this one is going to be the last image. But as I told you at the beginning, we spotted the object, so I suggest you, once this live feed will be closed, to play again, to replay and check the clear, sharp, faint dot of light belonging to the asteroid we were tracking at the beginning with success. I invite you to check how long are these star trails telling you how fast this object is moving across the sky. But let's hope we will see a dot of light convincing us somewhere not far from the crosshairs. I think, my friends, that we really have the asteroid now. This object here it is, my friends. So we were lucky, we were awarded with something I believe is the asteroid. I am 90% sure. To be sure, definitely I will need a new image with again something here. Something here. This very likely is the asteroid, my friends. Let's wait for a new image. And hopefully, if we will see it again, we will have confirmation. Of course, the sky can be worse in the new image, so we can also have nothing there. Let's hope we will see something just to Here it is, my friends. I'm happy that at the very end we succeeded just grabbing this very hard target. This is the asteroid, my friends, 2020 RD4 that we are tracking live while it is approaching our planet extremely close at 100,000 kilometers, that is 1/4 of the lunar distance. But while this is extremely close in astronomical terms, it is a lot of space, a huge distance, and this is why we call this a truly extremely safe, extremely close encounter. So this is coming close, but without any kind of risk for us, and happy that we succeeded grabbing it. This is the object, my friend. This is the small asteroid it has the size of a car, as I told you, and the virtual telescope project with this surprise made possible for you, a handful of you, because we really had no time to advertise this live feed covering this extremely close approacher object. Here it is again. Here it is, my friends. Now you see this star was very close to it, and let me take another image, and then I will try to push our luck to the extreme consequences with the 2 minutes exposure. But happy, my friends. This dot of light is the object we are tracking. Hope that this is bringing to you the thrill of the experience. And as I told you, let me check the Jet Propulsion Laboratory website to tell you this 2.9, 6.5 meters large object is expected to be at its minimum distance from us in about 50 minutes. So we are very close to the nominal. Here it is, my friends. Now I stop this image. Again, this is a clear image of the object. Here it is. Let me say this, friends. This is a extremely brilliant demonstration of the amazing technological capabilities of our telescope. We are tracking such a very small rock so low above the horizon through the clouds, completely trusting the hardware, the mechanical and technological hardware of our telescopes. And this is magic, to say the least. And this dot of light here, which has been confirmed by many images in the same position, many images in a row, is Asteroid 2020 RD4, now about 50 minutes away from its extremely close encounter with our planet, but extremely safe as well. Just spectacular, just something amazing to see how we are doing live thanks to the virtual telescope. Now I asked the telescope to take a 2 minutes long image, and hopefully this will be the last image. But happy that after starting and seeing the asteroid, we had a null with clouds, seeing nothing, but at the very end the asteroid was so kind with us. Well, it was very kind to show at the very end of this live feed. Here it is, my friends, and now we are waiting 30 seconds more or less in this countdown before we see the final image, just closing this live feed. And so happy that these images at the end of our coverage are showing the asteroid. Let me see what will happen. If a star trail will completely cross. Here we are, and we have the asteroid, and you can see it is larger than a dot of light because 2 minutes means more effects by the atmosphere and the turbulence, and this is why, of course, it looks this way. Anyway, my friends, this is the asteroid again, And with this image, I'm very happy to thank all of you, those who had time, who had a chance to see our announcement and have the privilege through the virtual telescope project to spot this very small object, the size of a car, coming extremely close to us, but in a very safe way, in about, as I told you, now 45 minutes more or less, and we spotted this while it is approaching so close. 1/4 of the lunar distance, more or less, 100,000 kilometers. That's it, my friends, that's all, and keep looking up, and I suggest you to subscribe the Virtual Telescope Project Facebook page to learn, to know about these future initiatives, these future live feeds, because you know these things happen when you never know when they happen, and when they happen we are ready to share as we did this time. Thank you, friends, keep looking up and keep following up the Virtual Telescope Project. Goodbye.